Welcome back to Midwest Street Cars YouTube channel. I'm Chief. That's the Crow. Got a little bit of race car work to do today. Nothing too crazy, but I won't bore you with the details. We're just going to get right into it. Let's go. All right, so let me show you what we're working on today. Oh, hello. The last time we took this car out, the battery went bad after years and years of abuse. And so I stole Jackie's battery and I put it in here, but it didn't fit the bracketry and the mount. So I, just made a field adjustment and put this thing in there for now, but that's not the battery that I'm going to run. That's her battery. So we got to get the battery out of this one and get that mount out of this one. And then the battery that we put in her car is mine. So when my battery showed up, we put it in her car, but it's too small for her car because she has this big giant electric water pump and big giant electric fuel pump and all that extra stuff. So the bottom line is we need to get the battery out of that car, put it back in this car, and then this battery situation will be fixed and done. But then we got to take that battery, we're gonna have to build some sort of a mount tray situation and get that battery put in my car. See if we can make it happen. That is my battery. Now we gotta go get her battery. All right, just real quick here, want to take a quick break. The checkerboard shirts are on the website right now for pre-order. I think she's gonna be ending that this week, so go pick one of those up before that's over. Pick up a die-cast car. We do have some hoodies and some long sleeve stuff on the website in stock. We are going to the post office and shipping every day. We're still waiting on a few of the support hoodies and long sleeves from the last pre-order, but that'll be the end of it. Once those are in, we will be completely caught up on everything. Other than that, we are caught up. We've been working really hard on it, so go pick you up something. Let us know in the comment or the note on the Shopify deal if you want us to sign it or any special requests, and we will take care of that. Thank you guys for all your support. Back to the video. So there's a little bit of size difference. This one goes back in her car, and then that part's done. The hard part, well, it's not hard, but the harder part of the job is going to be making a tray, a bracket, whatever for this to put in my car, because this is what has always been in my car. And this is a titanium little battery mount deal, super lightweight, and it was a really great setup, but when this battery finally died and Braille doesn't answer the phone, it seems, anymore. So we got the old full spectrum. And to be honest, the one that was in her car is amazing. So I have big hopes for this guy here. So we got to figure out some way to get this to go where this one used to be and still be lightweight, because this bracket doesn't even weigh a pound. I think the fasteners weigh more than the bracket, so we'll see what we can do. All right, little guy, what are you? 6.5 by 5. 6.5 by 5. So we're gonna call it 6 3/4 by 5 1/4. Give us a little breathing room there. Okay, and then we're gonna take running a little low on chromoly there. Okay. Might could get it out of that. Maybe. Maybe. Might could get it out of that piece, but just in case, let's see what else we got. Could do it out of aluminum for sure, or carbon if we wanted, or titanium. That's a much bigger piece. All right, yeah, we might use this one. Yeah, we might just do that. I think that since my bandsaw is 3-phase and it does not work up here, so we're gonna have to get creative on tooling. But we got the old freaking fire cutter down there. We might just use that. All right, let me get that set up. All right, we got the old Fire Slaughter 5000 down there turned on. Got my piece marked out. Now, I am not by any means a cool hand Luke here, so when I cut with this thing, it usually takes some cleaning up afterwards. What are y'all doing? You can't come up here and boss me around. Better keep it moving. You better keep it moving, buddy. Make yourself useful. Get on that lawnmower, mow some grass. Oh yeah, see? Run away from work. Slackers. Okay, this is what the piece looks like. This will be our base. This is what it looks like cleaned up. I mean, kind of cleaned up. Really all I did is just go around and took some of the Fire Slaughter 5000 marks and stuff off of it. And I'm gonna fold these flaps up and then I'll bzz, bzz, bzz. quick little side cap here, recap, whatever you want to call it. This is pretty much complete. The tray on the bottom, cross tubes, fasteners, the whole deal. This is ready to go. I will pop the battery back out, stitch weld this to the chassis in the car, try and save weight on fasteners and everything else. This is what I've always ran, and the lightest setup I've ever ran in any car. The Braille battery with the titanium tube mount, but it has 4 heavy fasteners. So I'm hoping that even though this battery may weigh a little more than that one, I'm hoping that I saved enough weight on the, tray and mount that we come in pretty close. So even though I know a car like this, the chassis has been repaired a million times, it's probably a little heavy anyway. The driver is full grode to say the least. But it's fun to build things and try and make them as light as possible. It's fun to try and fabricate things light, and you just do every little bit you can. So we're going to weigh this. This is my old setup I've always ran. It is 10 pounds, 13 ounces. Not bad for a battery and a mount and everything. And now we're going to go to this one. It's back on 0. Oh man, 11.0 on the dot. So a few ounces within this. A few ounces. Now, could you make a titanium mount for this without the fasteners? Something like this with lighter weight stuff that would be even lighter? Yes. Probably get this quite a bit lighter. Can I make this one out of titanium and make it a lot lighter? No, because there's just not enough material. I mean, it's probably going to end up, if I made this out of titanium, it would end up weighing about what this one does now. It's only going to take a few ounces off because there's just not much material. As you can see, it's very minimalistic. So, but I'm good with that. 11 pounds complete for battery, mount, the whole setup. I'm good with it. So I'm going to pop this back apart, buzz this into the car, and see how it cranks, see if it starts. Who knows? I've never ran this battery in my car before, so it's weird. The cranking amps are lower by a bunch than this, but when we had this in Jackie's car, man, it was wicked. So we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, let's get this thing up a little bit so we can take that carbon out of the passenger side. All right, we'll set it down on the locks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There we go. She's out of there. All right. We are going to attempt to buzz this in here. And we'll see what happens. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. There it is. There it is. At some point, I need to get serious about rewiring this car, but you know how that goes. Okay. That should do it. Now we can lower it down and put it on the charger and crank it up. See how it cranks, see how it runs. Hopefully that little battery will do just as good as my Braille did for all those years. Oh yeah, and we got to put the battery back in Jackie's car. Whoops. Alright, so it's charging. While it charges, I'm going to put the battery back in Jackie's car so I don't get yelled at. Alright, got her battery back in her car. I'm going to put hers on the charger. That way it's ready to go for whatever we're going to do. $16.80, so it's not bad. Okay, plug that in and then we shall fire up mine. Alright, let's make sure this rig is in park. And it is. Okay. Kick the battery on. Okay. Sweet. Might crank it just for a second, just to see if it sounds fast. Yeah, I'd say that's getting with it for a little battery. That little guy thinks it's full grown. I need to oil this door, don't I? Sounds like old people fucking. I mean, sounds like Titanic going down. Perfect. Is it perfect? All right. Battery swap complete. right. Well, that just about does it for this one. Don't look too bad. Little guy, little race car guy. Serviceable. Easy to access. Lightweight. All the things that make race cars fun to have. All right, check us out on the next one. Well, bye.